Ariana is a desktop tool for managing and launching multiple Cloud Code agents, and it's also a platform that helps you host these agents and share them in your team, build upon their work more easily. I can pick a GitHub repository if I've given permissions, and you can give very fine-grained permissions. You can give a clone URL, or you can pick a local folder because, of course, we're on your desktop in Windows or in macOS or in Linux. So let me pick a nice financial modeling application I have been working on, and yeah, let's just ask the agent to explain to me how this stuff works. I already had an agent running. It's trying to edit the colors. It's adding some gradients and all. You can look at the diffs to track it a bit what the agent has been working on. You may be wondering if I have multiple agents running at once, what is happening under the hood, right? Is it Git work tree? Actually, they're all working on the cloud right now. They've taken the code from my folder, uploaded it in short time, thanks to Git, and you'll be like, oh, okay, it's in the cloud, but like, oh, this never works. This is not great. I've used a bunch of your competitors. It's never amazing. It's not a great experience usually. So we've fixed it, and our solution it's file synchronization, networking synchronization, and terminals. This agent, he's working on his own virtual machine. So this terminal, I have prepared a script. Let's just launch it. And the script under the hood, it runs Docker because we're in a real virtual machine. We can actually run Docker, Docker Compose. I will also run the code on these agents. And you will see that because they are on different machines, I can have them run the same server at the same time. It's actually not a problem. But then you'll be like, oh, but like, Anissa, how do you access this server, right? Like, well, you can use port forwarding. So now, just like that, I have a private terminal from me to my agent's computer. So I can just look at the deployment like that. And I have another agent to which I've asked, make it so it's not bland. And now it's launching. Let's look. Let's forward the network. So now it switched from this other agent, this agent. And now I open. And now I have the new version. If I go to my other agent and I just like, boom. And now I go there and I refresh. Boom, it's the other one. And if I go there and I go to network and I forward and now I refresh. And now it's the other one. How cool is that? But it goes further than that. I also open this port to the actual public internet, which means that in a few seconds you will see I can have a link now, a public link, which I can actually send to anyone. And to show you that, I will now open Ariana on my phone. You can actually share agents in Ariana because they are machines. So you can give access to the machine to someone else, right? So I will share the agent. And then I have this nice QR code. Put my camera, go there. I say we load Ariana. It has loaded, as you can see. It tells me, do you want to open on this phone? You're not on the same account. Do you want to open it? And I'm like, yeah, I'm in it. I can see the conversation now. We are on the same agents. And you know what? I can see the bloody network address. So now, let's just open. Now it's on my phone. How could... Right? If I was on the same account, I could also send messages and edit this conversation on my phone. How cool is that? I can start synchronizing files now. Because sharing the network is cool, but like, let's say my point is not to run servers, it's just to code, and look at different versions of code. And, I'm so tired of pulling branches, checking out to branches, managing the configs every time I do that on my computer. I hate it. Right? It's so annoying. But with FileSync, it's pretty easy. Basically, you enable FileSync for one agent on your computer. It tells you exactly what is gonna, be destroyed, changing, whatever. You start syncing, and voila. Now, if I open in my IDE, I basically have the same code as my agent. So I can run DevTools, I can run compilers, I can run whatever is not on my agent machine, I can run. But I can also edit the code in my IDE on my local computer, no SSH involved. Let's say this number, right? And it will change on the machine of the agent, right? If I go to terminal, 1,000. Amazing, no? And yeah, I can go to the other agent now and do FileSync. And it will basically override the other agent's FileSync and put this one instead. So now I have this agent's code. How cool is that? you know? It's crazy. Now imagine I've done some work and FileSync is cool, but like we don't think it's the ultimate synchronization primitive. We think Git pull requests and Git branches and everything still make a lot of sense, right? This push and create PR button. So I will just press it. Nice. It has generated the PR. Was a bit long, but we will work on that. It will get better. No worries. And edit it. I don't like this rational section. I think it's bullshit. Let's go. And now push to commits. to my PR. Amazing. And look, what is that? It's a sharing link. Because guess what? Now, if you're a collaborator on this project with me, and you've just seen my PR, and you wonder, what the fuck did the agent do to get to this terrible result that looks like that? Let me remind you, it's terrible. Well, you open your own browser, because Ariana also works in the browser, of course, right away. Let me log in again. Voila. And now I'm in this conversation too with these two other people. And what can I do with this conversation? Because like reading it is nice, or seeing the diff is nice, or even like accessing the network is quite cool. But what else can I do? Well, it goes very far. You will see. You can basically take it and say fork. And whether you are on the repository or not, as a member or not, if we share an agent with you, you can fork it, which means you create another machine with another agent with the exact same code in it and the exact same conversation history. And now you can basically take my work, take the context that led to my work, which is even more important, and say, hey, let's change that. Instead of like writing a normal PR comment and waiting for the guy who wrote the PR to actually do the work for you, be a nice human. Fork their agent. Do your own PR. Oh, but I'm not logged in with Cloud Code. No problem. I will log in with my subscription, which means I don't have to buy special tokens for Ariana, which I like. Let me show you another project. When I'm in my prompt, I can actually, I can compact, clear the conversation, enable planning modes, and so. This is very basic. No. Oh, I can also put the prompt in full screen. Okay, why not? No, it's something else. You can actually mention issues in your GitHub repositories. And of course, we will integrate with all your favorite other issue tools like Linear, Jira, whatever, in the future. You can mention them, and the agent will get the context. That's very cool. We will plan other small features like that for context engineering. We think it's a very important part of your workflow. And you can create specifications. And this is interesting. The specifications, you give them a title, you can give them a text, it's in Markdown, so if you like formats, everything. But the specifications, they are shared with other people on your project. If your code is synced with GitHub, we can guess what everyone's permission on this project is. Are you a maintainer? Are you an admin? Are you just someone who writes some commits, some pushes? Are you just someone who triages the issues, right, in your organization? And we can assign to you a permission and a role. And based on these permissions, you can see or not and edit maybe the specifications written by other people. The goal of the specifications is for the team to organize knowledge, and a bit like a Google Docs if you want, but for nerds. And you can mention them, of course. Yeah. Context engineering, just for you. Of course, another important feature is secrets. It allows you to say, hey, in my backend, there is this .env file that only me in the project should know it exists, right? Like contrary to specifications, it's the complete opposite. Your colleagues are never going to be able to see that. And you can say what you have to put in these files that are not synchronized via Git, that are not sent in sync file synchronization by default. And you can say what should go in these files, and they will be basically put in your agents instantly. Like these agents now, they have it. I'm going to do something you should never do is record a video and cut your .env, of course. Voilà. Oh yeah, it's very customizable. You can basically change the look of things however the heck you want. Edit the font size with Control plus, Control minus, light theme as well if you're crazy. Pictures, we found nice paintings online that are free of rights. You can totally use it. Oh, and you can also put your crush on it. No problem, no problem, no question asked. Make Ariana your own, make it your main coding agent workflow tool, and you will be happy, my friend.